Well, thank you very much for having me here today. I appreciate it. There's probably no more explosive issue when it comes to social services in this state and right here in this community than mental health services. And this is particularly the case when we're talking about mental health services for young people in our community. It's fairly shocking to understand that nearly 1 out of every 10 children and youth in this community are in some way impacted by a high enough level of mental health issues that it impacts their ability to be successful in the home, in school, or in the community. And maybe that's why it's so hard for us as a community to address this issue. It should be obvious to everybody here that for a lot of parents, they do not have the financial resources to be able to provide the kind of support that their young person needs to be successful. And maybe that's why 75 to 80% of young people who have mental health issues in this state don't get any treatment at all. And that's not just a lost opportunity for the child. It's not just a sad situation for their parents. This is really a lost opportunity for our entire community. If young people are not able to seek proper diagnosis and treatment of their mental health issues, it has impacts throughout their entire lives. It starts in the home. It impacts their ability to be successful in school. It impacts their ability to be economically self-sufficient as they age. It means that they are more likely to be engaged with drug or alcohol abuse. It means they're more likely to have negative health outcomes. And ultimately, it means that for many, they'll have negative interactions with the public safety community. It's a lose, lose, lose situation. For these reasons and many others, my family's been very supportive of the Albertina Kerr organization over a period of many years. I was having a good conversation earlier with some of the folks from Albertina Kerr. I believe my family's involvement with this organization actually started 2 generations ago with my grandfather. And then my father, throughout his adult life, continued to support Albertina Kerr. And now my brothers, who run our family foundation, have taken up the calling as well. They do it because Albertina Kerr is not only focused on the very important issue of mental health diagnosis and treatment for young people, they're successful at it. And they continue to be on the cutting edge, and they continue to do the kind of things that help support not only the young people in question, but providing holistic support to their families as well. And so we're committed to it. And I'm going to make my own promise today. My promise is that as long as I'm in a position of influence or a position of leadership, I'm going to continue to push hard to make sure that we address mental health issues in our community and that those issues get the priority they deserve, not only as a talking point, but when it comes time for resources and support from government or reaching out into the business sector or the faith community or the philanthropic sector. I will be there. That's my promise. And now I get to read somebody else's promise. Here it is. Paula. She promises to finish high school, then to go to college to become a federal agent for the FBI. Now, I think it's fortuitous that I picked this one as a state treasurer. Paula, I wish you the very best of luck. I hope we don't cross paths in our various professional capacities, but I'm going to keep my promise to help you keep your promise as you go through this great program. Now, it's my distinct honor to introduce somebody right here from the community of Gresham who has been a tremendous supporter on a whole host of important issues, and I'm always delighted to be in any capacity where I can work with her or support her efforts. It's my great pleasure to introduce Lori Stegman, who is the president of the Gresham City Council. And she's here today with her